Hi, this is Veronica Love here, giving you the inside scoop on high-end escorts and what you can expect, a little bit on etiquette, and how to get to see the very, very best escorts. So, firstly, I want to tell you about who these women are. I um, I want to reiterate that I'm talking about the high end escort. So I'm sort of narrowing it down. There's a massive scope of, what you can expect from women in the sex industry in general. We all have a few commonalities. We're all a little bit of risk takers, we're adventurers. We are likely to really enjoy sex. We're probably all very sensual and sexual creatures, and we enjoy meeting people from all walks of life, and are very, very social. But I want to talk specifically about the high end escort. So, for starters, I want to be very clear. The high end escort is choosing to do this job most of the time. Here in Australia, we're in a country with lots of opportunity. It's pretty easy to get an education here. It's not that hard to get a job. Most of the women who are high end escorts are considered such because they are educated. They can hold an intelligent conversation, and they're doing this work by choice. It's a lifestyle choice for these women. Um, the the second thing I want to tell you is that probably the most beautiful, open-minded, kind, understanding, and passionate and ambitious, certainly ambitious women that I have ever met have been my colleagues in the sex industry. I have such a respect and regard for my colleagues. Just to give you a little bit of a taste of who these women are, I have a friend who is a biochemistry student. I have another friend who got accepted to do her master's in acting in one of the world's most prestigious acting schools. So she comes back to Melbourne because Melbourne's her home, to work, and then she flies back and continues with her study. I have another colleague who is in training to be a stunt woman. So she, obviously that's a process and it's quite expensive to go through the training. So again, she flies to LA to do her training and then comes back to Melbourne and earns some money and then goes back. Um, you know, and I know women who have got corporate, day jobs, and just to supplement their expensive tastes, they do an escort job here and there. We're very secretive, not me, obviously, but most of the women in the sex industry are very discreet about what they do, and so you never know. The project manager at your in your office could very well be a secret high-end call girl. Um, yeah, so that's a little bit of a flavor. I myself, I've got a marketing degree. I'm now doing my second degree in psychology. I have a particular interest in sex and relationship therapy, which ties in very beautifully with this work. Um, and I'm a little bit of an advocate for sexual liberation, which is why I'm so open about what I do for work. So that's a little bit about the kind of woman you can expect. A woman who's high end is probably quite sought after. She's probably getting quite a bit of work. So if you want to see this kind of a woman, um, you are probably wanting to book in advance. Just like supply and demand in any industry, um, she'll very likely be booked out when you want to see her. So don't send her a text message 2 a.m. with bad punctuation, spelling your with you are, asking for your sexy porn star experience. It doesn't give her very much to go by for starters, and she's likely not going to respond to that. She's probably getting really good bookings. She may have 6 regular clients who, you know, spend the entire night with her, pay her handsomely, take her to a movie, give her a massage, you know, respectful of her boundaries. She's probably already doing very well. So, um, yeah, book in advance. Um, take your time to choose someone who you think is going to be right for you. Maybe look for things like, check to see if her photos are verified. Um, what else can you do? Maybe have a quick conversation with her just to get a sense of her voice and her being. Yeah. If you have something specific that you want, ask for it in advance. Make sure that she's on board. She wants to please you. You want to be pleased. So the more you can openly discuss up front, it's going to be it's going to make sure that you're not wasting your time, you're not wasting her time, and that you do have a really great time together. The other thing is, look at what she's charging. A high-end escort knows her worth, and you do often get what you pay for. So this is certainly an indicator of how well she is doing. If her price is kind of relatively up there, she's probably doing really well, because people love spending time with her and they really appreciate and value her. So this brings me to one of my absolute pet hates, haggling. I am a very easygoing person. I don't get angry very easily. But one thing that drives me mad is when people start to haggle my price, particularly when I'm offered a low rate. I find it extremely insulting. It makes me feel like I'm not valued or appreciated. So I don't recommend it, especially because a woman who's doing well, if she does accept your lower rate, she will then miss out on another job that will pay her better. So, um, yeah, just probably won't go down very well. And, consider that, you know, these women are giving you their bodies, they're sharing their bodies with you, they're sharing their love, their affection, they're giving you their full attention. These women really do give a lot. Um, and yeah, so show her that you value that. So, if a woman's happy and relaxed, you're going to reap the rewards of that. Which brings me to a few other factors. A woman who is a high-end escort, it will not take unnecessary risks. She doesn't need to. So she won't take medical risks, and she won't take risks with her sort of overall safety. So please be really understanding and work with her. If she hasn't met you before, she may require a little bit of information by email. She may want to meet you in a public location first, so maybe just like the lobby of the hotel room. She may not want to see you in a private home the very first time. She probably will require some form of ID, and it's very common practice to call in and call out so that there's a third party who knows who she's with and where she is at all times. So, you know, don't make a fuss about, don't you trust me? And, oh, do I really have to go down to the lobby? You know, this is a person. She has lots of people in her life who really love her. She may have a child that really needs her to come home. So, yeah, just be understanding of that. Also, with sexually transmitted diseases, sexy topic here, they are a reality, even though we seem to forget in the heat of the moment, but they are. And count your blessings if you are spending time with an escort who is pretty strict about this. You know, you're likely to be with a woman who does not have any STIs if she's being careful. You don't know how many people this person has slept with. Could be thousands. Yeah. So, and for women in the sex industry, that's, you know, who's worked for a couple of years, that's very possible. So you want to look for someone who's going to be careful, and is going to use a condom when she goes down on you, and she is going to request that if you're fucking one woman and then you go to fuck her, that you change the condom. So yeah, you know, be hygienic. It actually blows my mind when I get offered extra money to potentially give you an STI. So that's because that's kind of what you're asking for. You know, let's do it without a condom. It's insanity. It's reckless. Don't do it. Yeah, so you want to be with a woman who's really careful with her body, you know, and who considers her body precious and considers your body precious and wants you both to be safe. Yeah. So they're the main things. Oh, and another thing, money up front. So as soon as a woman walks through the door, get that out of the way. It's awkward, and you know, it's kind of like the boring logistics. It's why I have had an agent for a really long time, because I just wanted to be the fun. I just wanted to be the companion, the confidant, the sexual goddess. You know, I didn't want to be the ball breaker, the like, you know, let's talk money, businesswoman. You know, that's a bit of a mood killer. You know, so I when I walk through the door, I say, shall we get the finances out of the way? And then once that's done, once the credit card is processed or the payment has been made, you can just, you know, I know for myself, I could just completely relax and I become really open and giving. And you don't have to think about it either. You can just sort of sink into the experience and the moment and just enjoy your time together. And on that note, it's also a really good idea to book. If you think you want to spend quite a bit of time with a lady, to get that out of the way in advance. So, you know, the timer doesn't ring and you have to be, again, you know, sort of interrupting the moment to sort out, you know, finance and dealing with the monetary side of things. So it's really great just to get that out of the way, you know, say let's just do 4 hours in advance, um, if that's what you think you're going to want to do. Also, it will also give you priority when you're trying to book an escort, because if you send a message through saying, I want to book you for the whole night, and another person sends a message, a nondescript message, obviously the all night message is going to get priority. So that's another way to get to the front of the line for the lady that you want to see. So I wish you beautiful experiences with ladies of the night. um, yeah, feel free to email me or text me with any questions you may have. If you'd like me to do a blog entry on anything in particular, I'll do my best. If you want to book me, you can do that. Anyway, hope you have a beautiful day or night, and who knows, I might see you soon. Veronica, love over and out.